everybody. All right, here we are with episode 5 of The Nevers, the penultimate episode of what I hope is just the first season. It hasn't been renewed yet, but it's doing pretty well on HBO Max from what I've been reading, so it's very possible that it will be renewed. But yeah, I mean, in the last 2 episodes, I feel they've been like just dropping bombs over like so quickly. So, which is fun. I hope we see more of Amalia, like pre-show. Like, I guess her history, like maybe see her from the future. I am glad that you guys also like have the same, like, I guess I don't know if they're theories anymore, because I do think they're pretty much like set. I mean, yeah. So yeah, they're not really theories anymore. Like, it's official that she is from another time, that she is not in her real body. Like, this body that she's wearing is someone else's that died, a widow that died, or that killed herself. But now she knows that she was not abandoned, that someone is there. I'm assuming it's that sphere that Miss Bitlow like found. But yeah, I don't know, maybe like this could be like a half flashback type of episode. I just want to, or like, it doesn't even have to be a flashback. Like, I just want her to say something. Like, she keeps saying that there's many wars where she's from, when she's from, I guess. But like, I want to know like which, like how far, like away, because like in like 20 to 30 years from, well, more like 40 years between then to 50 years or something like that, where they're from, there were 2 great wars. So it could just easily be like the near future. It's just a very different near future than what the real world had, I guess, because I just mean technologically wise, because I don't think there was any fish flying over England during World War I or World War II. So, but yeah, let's see how that goes. Melody is about to be on trial. Let's be real, they're probably just gonna execute her. I know the dude, what's his name, the Inspector Mundy, said that she was going to get a fair trial, but I mean, she did kill all those people. So we'll see. My theory, if you guys didn't see my reaction to the last episode, my theory is that Melody might know, like the voices in her head might be the people from Amalia's future, like whoever she's looking for or waiting for. Like, I think that's what happened to her when the fish came. So I think Amalia's gonna have to save her. I don't know. The episode's called Hang, so who knows? But let's just watch it. Let's go for it. Yeah, that. Like, are there just like spiritual beings that can get attached to a body? Or are there actual bodies in there? Ooh, it's cracking.
Melody's hanging will cause a brouhaha, we all know, but it is in the long term.
Gentlemen, we took a vow to protect the Empire, not to kill for sport. We've learned nothing of the origin of the illness, or the creator of these horrors.
Are you planning a rebellion?
A reunion?
You're afraid? You're afraid to see the Galante?
Galante.
Yes, of course.
It's gonna work, all right? It's gonna be worth it. It'll heal us. Right?
Heal us. Us. Heal this.
I don't know.
They're murdering women, but this is a sin.
Just
another week of digging and we can lay the tracks. This thing will be miles away from the city when it
Our hopes
emerges.
for a cure were childish. Its power grows by the day.
Oh, so she was looking for a
There's a
cure.
fever spreading through London. We're taking a terrible risk. It means to destroy us.
if we've lost hope. It already has.
Why doesn't he need their sunglasses?
Who's this?
Murder. Railman tried to throw it on Melody's pile. No ID, no
Oh, we're
one
finally
who
going
fits
back
the
to this.
description.
But he didn't put much effort into matching the writing.
Can you put a name on her? I'll take you to Melody myself.
You mean it?
I do not.
Well, they should hang her and shoot her, just to make sure.
How early are we going? Can we pay a boy to hold the pace in front?
Why don't they just bring guns and shoot her themselves?
We are not murderers, madam.
No, you just like to watch. At least Melody has a work ethic. There are vultures everywhere, dressed up in hats and fine silks.
I'm surprised by this reaction from her.
You're Hugo Swan. You don't write about the touched and not hear about London's most infamous impresario.
I deny everything.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not after your story. We're both much too busy to spend the afternoon seeing who gets to use who. But there is something you can do for me.
If that's him watching her, it's creepy.
Huggy?
Yes? Go! Oh,
Were you a crow?
what?
Up there, were you peering at me by way of bird?
Okay, thank God. I thought the same, and I was like, oh, I can't get behind that.
It was me. It was me in me. I didn't even know you were bathing, and that was a red wing. Anyway, they never listen to what I think. Am I being recorded again?
Of course not.
What do you think you'll find down there? If it's all right for me to ask. I'm not sure what level of. I know it's galanthy. Even in
So
the
he
same
knows
level.
as well. Now everyone knows.
The
Interesting.
explosive bullets was the issue, but now
We'll find answers. Is it safe? Who's down there with it? What do we need to get it away from them? There's more, but can I just say hope?
You could have only said.
Aw. Girl.
and when you reach the proper depth, you just
Look at you, girl. Oof. And it's a few
yeah, that's not
updates.
coming back.
We have looked for the source of all this, for a cure. We've taken steps to. But we're behind, reacting when we should act. Melody's hanging presents an opportunity to change that, to be ready.
Be ready? You expecting some kind of daring escape?
No, Melody hangs, justice will be seen. But in the short run, it will stir up emotions as much as it placates. But it's become apparent to me that if London is going to be saved from chaos, it needs to see chaos. What I want from you is just enough.
Oh, like rioting on purpose and all that to make it seem like it was the touched and stuff like that. I'm surprised those people are so bold. Like, literally, if they get enraged, they could burn down this city and everyone with it.
This is how we save Melody.
Yep.
I know the Glanthy is the key to our hopes and it needs us to comfort as soon as we can, but Melody is going to be murdered this day out in public and I can't let it happen. I know I'm not meant to. I've seen it done once, and if I have the power to stop it, then that is the reason I have power at all.
This is the legal execution of a genuine threat who is also violently unhappy.
So it's a mercy killing.
Sometimes it's a mercy.
But this time it's a lynching. For them to crow at and for us to expect. It's a noose in a row of nooses next to a row of
I guess the
nooses.
question is, do you want to
You
become
expect me to turn my back on the only power
more
that
of
can
a
make
threat
all of
to
this
the government
right that told me
for
a
this
month
woman?
ago it needs me, so that we can prove to the public we're all in league with a psychotic killer.
Okay.
And could it not heal Sarah? Make her who she was before? Have you never even wondered on that?
Mm-hmm.
There are things you can't come back from.
That's a theory you're awful anxious not to test.
So this is about what I did to Sarah.
It's about the girls. All of them, in here and all out there. I know it'll be harder in a few days with more people around, but the Galante is
No,
still...
I'm going. Today.
Oh, she's still gonna do it.
I'm going. I've got my drill, my breathers, you've done your part. I'm sorry, did your plan not get as far as this? Did you not see my potential energy potentially doing the fucking job? The future of the world depends on what I'm doing.
The future of the world depends on the present. Isn't that why you're here?
Fair. But also, you're asking a lot of her.
We had a plan, now there are two. I can't compel anyone to stay with me, but it's mental. Don't do that.
Oh, no. See, I thought it was going to maybe end with just Penance and
Careful.
Augie, and then the rest, but it went the other way. Like, I'm surprised that he picked Amalia. I wonder if it's because of Lavinia, like, that he promised her he wouldn't be there, or if he really wants to get rid of his power or something. I don't know. Oh, I don't think that's part of any plan. Is it the Galanti? Is it Amalia?
Wait, yelling love. I'll be dead in a minute.
Oh, hi.
What the fuck? What is going on? They don't save her after all that?
To be rescued.
No, she does.
No.
She does. She just has another plan.
She wanted people to
Oh,
see
maybe?
an audience.
Are those barricades metal?
Uh-huh.
It's been a privilege.
Yeah.
Away from the running lanes!
Bomb. Bomb. Oh, oh. Oh, it's not a bomb, definitely, but like killing people.
What the hell's happening? They deserve worse.
Penance. Watch out, girl. No, no. As long as she doesn't die for this a-holes. Oh, okay. She's helping her. Why wouldn't she stay? I thought you were an ally for them. What's so important about that shoe? Oh. It's not Melody. What? Shapeshifter? That's that girl that used to cut her toes. The lever, whatever that lever used, like was supposed to do, is going to do now. What happened to them? Was the earthquake their fault?
Go all right?
Lift it up.
You?
It was a riot.
There it is. Wow, shapeshifter. It was her. It makes sense because when I said the same thing, I was like, that was it?
My sails.
I thought she, like, yeah, her whole thing is that if you hit her, she becomes stronger. What? How do you... Oh! So she's dead. The actual reporter. This is Melody. What? Okay, another great reveal at the end of the episode. Melody was never Melody. Like, well, at the end of, like, it made sense because I did say when they capture her, I was like, oh, that was really easy. Like, I thought that, yeah, like, as soon as you hit her, she gets stronger. It's like her eyes never went yellow. But I never thought about like a shapeshifter or someone else being like this guy. Doesn't necessarily have to be a shapeshifter, but like someone else, this guy's just like her. Wow. That's a very long-term plan there. But yeah, and that she was always from the start, she was the reporter. Because the reporter was killed in the first episode. We finally tie that back to that first episode. That like I like that because on the first episode I did say that I like didn't understand what was the point of that murder specifically, that it had to have some like overarching arc throughout the season, but they really like let it on the side and they brought it up in such a great way. That was so good. Wow, I am in shock, genuinely. But then what did she ask Swan? Because he was worried later on, like that he was gonna get killed, right? He like ran towards like the rich people section, even though he was all like, "I don't want to be with blue bloods," and then that's privilege right there. He pretends that he doesn't want to be part of that world, but he takes all the advantages of that world. I'm still so confused about like what is Augustus, like what is his plan with Augustus, because if they're gonna have legal problems and he still like wants to handle them, like Swan wants like still is trying to handle them instead of being like, oh yeah, no, it's just Augustus that's gonna get sued or something like that. Like, so he is, it does seem that he's a good friend for him. It's just that I don't understand his, I mean, if he is trying to trick Augustus, is obviously he's not a good friend, but I'm not sure if he's trying to. What do you guys think? What do you guys think it's his ultimate motive? Is it, if it's really just to have like this business? I don't know. What is also Lavinia's deal? Because she was all like, this is war, blah, blah, blah. And now she's all like, it looks like something's happening. Maybe we should destroy it or something. And then she was all like angry that they were going to kill Melody and as a spectacle. Like, is she just angry that they're making it a spectacle in general? And it makes people like the savages and stuff like that? Or was she genuinely angry that they were making the touched and a spectacle of the touched people? Does she know more about now we know the Galanti, that's Amalia's race, I guess, team. I never thought, yeah, I just know, I thought that Amalia was just from a future in Earth, but it could be a future from another planet. I mean, I did say the first episode that was an alien fish. It could still be an alien future fish. But yeah, and like Lavinia was like skeptical in this episode, and it was the doctor that was so like, oh no, we have to keep moving. She wanted a cure, apparently. I wonder if does she know her brother has it? I'm not sure. She did see his painting, his drawings very like weirdly in this episode. So maybe she has an inkling that he has something going on. And like doesn't say anything because she assumes that he doesn't know. Maybe. Because yeah, I don't know where she sides. I thought she was like definitely a villain, but like a villain, I guess. But maybe she's not as much of, well, she's killing people. At the end of the day, she is trapping people to like experiment on them and like have them as slaves and stuff like that. She is not a good person. But she might not be the ultimate villain like I thought. Maybe it is just Mason and the British government, I guess, in general. I mean, I've always thought of this show kind of like the X-Men story line, obviously, but I think this episode was the most that you could notice, especially in that conversation that all of these government officials had about the touch, or like how all these people just they're willing to be like, yeah, like let's execute her, like like and put all of this group of people together as like a malice, even though they genuinely haven't done anything, except this one person that, yeah, she needs to be punished because she's just a bad person. She has killed people. Like, I do agree with Amalia in that sense. It's like, yes, it's a horrible spectacle, but she does need to serve justice, right? She is dangerous. Like, and you see how she ended up taking this whole situation to her advantage. Not only a whole situation, she actively put it in motion. So, yeah, she is definitely dangerous. I wonder what happened with Amalia's team. Like, because they looked rough, man, by that end. Amalia said that everything was alright, but I think she was just underplaying it. I hope we kind of see something about it on the next episode, which is the last episode. I'm bummed that it's the last episode, but I'm also excited. I do think that the pacing was good. Like, I do think 6 episodes is good for the first season, if they at least reveal something. Like, I mean, they have revealed stuff, but like, I don't know, I feel that something bigger I guess, I don't know, every time I think like bigger with the Galantis, like more specifically, something big with the Galanti need to happen. Either that sphere completely cracks open, even though he said that it's not an egg, it's something else, so like it doesn't necessarily mean that there's people inside. I don't know specifically what could be, but I want something to happen with it, right? They showed it in the second episode, and they finally showed it again in this one. What does it mean about the girls or the people that are working underneath? The girl like used her powers. Is she aware of what's happening? She is like, I thought she was kind of like completely like catatonic, or like doesn't realize, like basically kind of like a robot, I thought, maybe, but like the way that the other people looked at her, I don't know if like it was on purpose, it was an accident, did they realize what's happening? I'm not sure about what's happening there, but I don't know, I kind of want to go more into that. That's the one that I'm most excited for. Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, trying to think about what if I have any predictions for the last episode. But I don't really, I mean, Monday realized what was happening with the reporter and all that, so that's kind of close. I don't know if we're gonna touch on Malady much this next episode. I mean, she's not saying that she's not gonna show up at all, but I don't know if it's gonna be like the main focus. Again, I just want I prefer the main focus to be the Galanti and see what happens there. And if we get a little bit more answers, I always ask for more answers, but obviously that's what you want. That's a mystery. But yeah, I'm very excited for the last episode next week. Very, very excited. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you thought of the episode. What are your theories? If you think, like me, that next episode should be about the Galanti, or if you kind of know more, like have more insight of what you think Swan or Lavinia's deal is, like specifically what side do you think they're on? Do you think they're like good or like super villain? I don't know, if you're just taking advantage of other people and that's it, but they're like not the worst people in the world. I don't know. I'm 50-50 on each one of them. Not that I don't like them as characters, because I do think they're fun to watch, and just like don't know what's their end goal. I'm watching them. But yeah, let me know what you thought. You can also find me all over social media, and I have a Patreon, guys, that if you want to know more about it, you can find all the information in the link on the description down below. And that was it. See you next time. Bye.